Hallo, guten Morgen und willkommen to Munich. Well, just outside Munich in our wee tent ground for Oktoberfest. I did decide on the camping, well, because it was the cheapest, €100 for 4 nights, so not cheap, but the cheapest around for Oktoberfest anyway. Dropped the GoPro earlier with the selfie stick still on it, so I'm going to be looking for super glue again because I threw my super glue out last night because I didn't think I'd need it again. Isn't that the way it goes? Isn't that just the way it goes? But got a Dachau and Nazi tour shortly-ish, so I'll be looking forward to that. I've just got to make sure that I'm checked in all properly and whatnot, and then we should hopefully be sweet from there. Yeah. So I made it to the start of my, did it again with the soap, of my Dachau and Nazi memorial tour. And even just, again, the architecture is so different to Berlin, obviously also German city, but so much prettier than Berlin. Have a look at this. This is Marienplatz. That's a bit pretty, isn't it? Especially for Germany. Don't really associate prettiness with Germany unless you're talking about the people. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. It should be interesting. It's sort of the cream on the top when it came after Auschwitz. So yeah. Okay, so not long made it to Dachau. I'm not allowed to film the tour, but I'm allowed to film inside, and because the German government want to be transparent as they can be now, they actually welcome it, kind of like Auschwitz, and them wanting people to know the story. So this is the original guardhouse where prisoners got brought into Dachau during the last years of the war, and behind me there, way back there, was the SS training camp. So we're about to go in where officially they didn't kill any Jews, but because this was the prototype, they're certain that it happened. And as we walk through the gate, this is what we see. And by the end of the war, there were 31,000 people living here in less than a square kilometre, which is insane. It was originally intended for 3,000 German soldiers. So behind me here, this big wider area, was basically the morning roll call area, which was fine when there was 2,000 German people here, but tough when there's 31,000, not especially Jews, but 31,000 prisoners here for roll call. And Alan, our guide, has just told me that it got down to like minus 20 degrees Celsius with like 3 feet of snow at times. And these people were malnourished, worst physical shape possible, really, and obviously didn't have warm clothes or anything to keep them warm. So roll call would take up to 2 hours in that sort of weather, and yeah, man, she's tough. She's fucking tough. And basically, if you were seen as one of the weaker prisoners, they'd take you down to where we're heading now, which is the crematorium. Or basically, they killed you. They had a gas chamber, an oven, and they shot you in the back of the neck as well. Heavy. So heavy. And these patches here were the barracks originally, and obviously the prisoners' chambers later on. All similar to that building there, which is a recreation. Another guard tower just up there. in the 60s, the decision was made for fiscal reasons to destroy these buildings, to which obviously the survivors were upset about and lobbied to keep them up, but obviously they were unsuccessful in that, so they were knocked down, especially because they couldn't afford, well, the official reason is that they couldn't afford to keep them going, but basically the belief is that they just didn't want what happened here to be really known all that much. They were ashamed of it. Probably the best way to put that. Yeah, on our way down to the execution chambers. Just coming up now to the crematorium, also known as the extermination building. I'm not going to take you inside, but I will show you from out here.
Yeah, come and have a look.
So many people died here.
Come and have a look at what we've got here, folks. This is very important, this memorial here.
But I'll leave you there. So I'm just wandering through the museum for a minute, and after hearing our guide Alan, who is phenomenal by the way, very good guide, so helps make you feel what these people must have felt when they were staying here, but going through the museum as well really gets you heading home. And that statue there, just a little bit closer, is people on barbed wire meant to signify prisoners trying to escape and being caught up in the barbed wire. Not very pretty. Not very pretty at all. It's tough, man, it's tough. So a quick interesting fact, I'm standing on the exact spot that Adolf Hitler did when they announced that World War I was breaking out. And that place right there, that spot where my finger is pointing, is where Hitler stood to give a bunch of his addresses. It's called the Field Marshal's Hall. And every time an SS officer was inducted into the SS, they would have to go up there with the swastika in their hand, or the swastika flag in their hand, and pledge their allegiance to Adolf Hitler. Pretty fucking surreal to stand in places that such a person has. Pretty fucking heavy too, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, this Third Reich tour is just as heavy as the Dachau one, I'm not gonna lie. Also, just to the side of that hall, the Field Marshal's Hall, is where the failed coup of 1929 by the Nazis happened in Munich. So yeah, that was just to the side of that. Another piece of history that a lot of people forget is they did have, the Nazis did have a failed coup where they tried to seize power by force before they got voted in only, what, 4 years later. Democratically even, and actually properly won it. And yeah, so this street here, the Vienna Strasse, would have had swastikas going all down the street either side, and it is one of the 4 main boulevards in the city of Munich here. So they would march down here quite a bit. Yeah, it's surreal. Absolutely surreal. What a history this city has. So right now I'm standing right in front of Hitler's office, and that is his balcony right there as well. These streets would be lined with his supporters of the Nazi regime, and it had a direct view over to Königsplatz or the King's Square over there, which we're about to go visit as well. Now through these doors here, Hermann, Goebbels, Goering, Mussolini would all enter and exit on a regular basis, as well as the Führer as well. Yeah, so walking these steps is, again, it's quite surreal. Quite surreal indeed. Oh dear. Wow. Wow indeed. Yo, got my selfie stick back. Or GoPro stick, whatever you want to call it. Just finished off the Third Reich tour. It was with Alan again, who did my Dachau tour this morning. Can't remember if I mentioned that or not, but he was phenomenal. Top two tour guides that I've had on this trip, maybe only beaten by the singing one, I can't remember his name now, in Northern Ireland, who did that Londonderry tour for us, in the history of Londonderry, Londonderry, I should say, so as to be politically even, or safe, if you will. Yeah, so I've just finished that, and was truly phenomenal. There's no two ways about that. And now I've got the hour and a half walk back to my campground. I purchased a salad for dinner, but I've just realised a moment ago that I don't have any utensils, and I am camping, so I probably need to pick some of those up. So I'm going to hopefully find another thingy, another market or something like that may have them, and hopefully pick some up on my way back. But we shall see. If not, it's only lettuce, chicken and cheese. I just use my fingers if I have to. I'm not too bothered about that, obviously. But yeah, that's pretty much today sorted. I am very tired because I did not get much sleep on the bus ride to Munich, but that's okay. Not too bothered about that. But what's happening tomorrow is the opening ceremony of Oktoberfest 2022, and I'm meeting up with somebody that I met when I first got to New Zealand, actually. A lovely German girl called Julia. One of the first people I met when I got to New Zealand, and got to good old Linwood College. So yeah, we should be meeting up with her and hitting up Oktoberfest with her, which will be pretty freaking neat. And that's what you get when you meet people from overseas, or when you are overseas. Yeah, it means you can meet up with them halfway across, the whole way across the world in this instance, at a later point in life. And I've stopped walking and put that down because I'm about to switch this off and continue on my walk home. So, auf Wiedersehen. So Oktoberfest starts today. Just caught subway in. Gonna be meeting up with a friend in about 10 minutes because they're already in line, which is fucking superb. And I'm very thankful for them. It just makes life that little bit easier. So I'll be meeting up with them in about 10 minutes or so, and then we should be sweet. We can go and have our fun. So I'll see you guys soon. So managed to get in line finally. I found Julia, somebody who I've known for 12, 13 years? Yeah. What's that, 16 years? Maths, I don't fucking know. But luckily she is from Munich. And yeah, so she's managed to get us in line right near the front. And Look at the line. It just keeps going. So we're gonna chill here. I've got a beer in my hand. I'm gonna drink a wee bit and then get into Oktoberfest. It should be a great time. Hold on, sorry. People are getting very excited. It's almost like the start of a running race where they're all just going to sprint off any moment. Like the moment that this tape here disappears, you're going to see a whole bunch of people sprinting down to make sure that they actually get a table at a tent, right?
Exactly.
And yeah. And by the way, I haven't actually shown you guys my letter. I'm so happy with this. The only thing that I'm missing is the hat.
Yeah, the hat.
But you don't need it. So. But it would just like the pièce de résistance. It'd be like this.
They'll sell them.
Yeah,
They'll sell them to you for a lot of money.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was like, oh, fuck it. So I saw it for like €25. I'm like, I'm not paying what is $50 back home for a hat. Yeah. I'm not gonna do that.
No, fair enough.
It's bad enough that I'm paying like fucking $25 for a beer.
Yeah. I mean, it's insane. We were just.
I knew it wasn't going to be cheap, so I sort of planned for it. But I did get paid yesterday. So.
Nice. I mean, if you consider like the beers that we just had out there, they are usually around €1.
Yeah.
If you buy it.
No. False alarm. False alarm. You see all the people down there just waiting for the onrush of humanity, basically. Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
They walk slowly backwards. You follow in the same tempo.
Okay.
You don't run for your own safety. You follow.
Yeah.
They walk up, down the hill. Then you're on your own.
Okay.
You're on your own.
Like fuck us, we're on our own.
Still that, you walk at the same tempo.
Okay.
You don't fast enough.
Yeah. Dankeschön.
You're welcome. You're from Australia?
Nah.
England.
Nah.
Scotland, I would
Nah.
say.
You were close enough with Australia.
You were very close.
New Zealand.
Yeah. There you go. I love playing the guess where I'm from game.
Yeah.
It is the best. Because like my accent's not even New Zealand. My accent is a mix of New Zealand, Australian, and English. It's just fucked.
Rather Scottish and Wales.
Scottish more like that, so. Scottish like that. A little bit different. But yeah. So we've just been told that we need to walk down and then we're on our own once we get down to the bottom of that hill there. So I feel as though some people aren't going to listen to that, but we're good because we've got people who are going to go to the table first, make sure they get the table, and we should be fine. And luckily, like this entrance is not the busiest entrance. There's other entrances that have massive lines, so we're all good. Don't sprint. Okay, let's run.
So much for no sprinting.
Yeah, so much for it go nicely. Und willkommen zur Oktoberfest. Carolina?
Yeah, that's where we're going.
Oh, okay. All you need to say is Carolina.
Yeah, it's just the beer. It's like playing in two tents.
This is insane. They're loving it.
Yeah.
They're just like these fucking peasants. What?
So welcome to Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
Welcome. Oh my god! Yeah?
You mean willkommen?
Willkommen. Willkommen.
Willkommen to Oktoberfest. Ich spreche nicht Deutsch.
Simon? Simon? Sorry?
It's a fucking theme park with beer, basically. So we're heading into our beer tent, Paulana, Munich. So we had a couple of guys who sprinted off early. One of those guys that you saw in this clip. So we're about to go in and join them. And here we go.
Das passt, jetzt schauen wir mal nach hinten, da ist ein Riesenbalkon. Habt ihr zu wenig Träger? Da rutscht drüber, da habt ihr nichts gekriegt da oben, ne? Ja, die da unten auch nicht. Seid ihr da oder seid ihr nicht da? Wo ist der Balkon da hinten? Okay, die gehen noch ins Internat üben. Wo sind denn jetzt hier die waschechten Münchner? Hand hoch.
Yeah, I got that.
Ihr seid von hier? Where are you come from? Ihr schaut so amerikanisch aus, ne? Okay, was sind unsere Freunde aus Amerika? Hier sind Perlach, ist ja wurscht, ist ja völlig wurscht. Also, alle Münchner und Münchnerinnen, herzlich willkommen. Alle anderen, ihr seht schon da draußen, die Gespanne fahren ein. Wir müssen jetzt jeden Moment, wir sind unser Gespann, unser Paradegespann vorfahren. Ich habe ein kleines Attentat auf euch vor. Wenn natürlich, wenn man die Musikkapelle einzieht und vor allem die Wirtsfamilie,
Oh, the owners
dann brauchen wir hier natürlich ein Dreifaches. Aber nicht ein dreifaches Ziegezacke, das können wir auch noch mit Holz. Aber wir brauchen ein Dreifaches. Ich gebe euch das Paul und ihr gebt mir den. Ja, aber das wäre so, wenn jetzt der Nachbar das nicht verstanden hat, ja, weil er vielleicht ein bisschen zu nüchtern ist, dann erklärt es ja. Also nur üben wir mal. Ein Dreifaches. Paul!
Lana!
Paul!
Lana! Lana!
Danke! So ist das gut, Scheiße. Kleine Anteil,
Welcher Paul? Welcher Paul? Geht nicht wieder Bier!
Okay, Männer. Das war's für unsere Sitzung, oder? Wo sind die Männer? Liebe Damen und liebe diverse Kollegen, verzeiht uns, dass wir an solchen Momenten noch versuchen, eine bisschen Möglichkeit rauszubringen. Ja, also, wir haben schnell uns, wir warten auf den Einzug und dann sehen wir uns bei Höhe und dann hoffentlich geht's so wieder. Ne? Bis gleich, Dankeschön!
Okay, this place is insane. I fucking love it. And I've had about 6 or 7 times or so far. So needless to say, I am relatively pissed. 7 litres of booze will do that to you. I promise you. But I mean, have a look at just the mass amount of humanity that is here at Oktoberfest. Now, the Paulana Hall, which I was in, closed its doors because it was too busy. Flat out, too many people inside. But Julia and Toby, who are my friends, sorry, left to go catch up with some more friends. So I'm on my way now to Augustina, which is a beer that I tried yesterday, which was fucking delicious. Now, I'm not a big beer connoisseur, I'll readily admit that. But god damn, that beer was good. So I'm heading there, I'm catching up with someone I met from Tinder from Texas. And we'll see how we get on with that. I'm 99% certain nothing will eventuate from it. But again, never say never. It'll be a good time regardless. And I truly believe in that. So let's head to Augustina Hall and see what goes on. Auf Wiedersehen.